Hey everyone, Tony Phelan here for CompetitionX. Today we have a really exciting product for you, the Tamiya XV-02 Pro Rally car. So this car is kind of the long-awaited replacement, I guess, for the XV-01, which was a front-motor, belt-driven four-wheel drive car. This is a mid-motor, four-wheel drive car with dual drive shafts to each end of the car. It's similar to the old car with the four-wheel independent suspension, long travel shocks, gear diffs at both ends of the car, but that's about it. This car actually has an interesting battery tray. It sets the battery, most batteries sit this way, it sets it on its side with little doors that kind of swing open and the battery comes out, and kind of interesting. And this car comes with a ton, because it's a pro version, it comes with a ton of tuning parts. And they are, I got my little cheat sheet here. You have front and rear universal drive shafts, front and rear oil gear diffs, front and rear long aluminum shocks, so long travel, long damper units, I guess. Front and rear aluminum drive shafts, aluminum servo mount, high-tech, high-torque servo saver, and a full set of ball bearings. So we're excited to see what comes inside the box. We've seen all the pictures, now it's time to see the parts. We're going to get it over to the bench behind me, get this box open, see what comes inside. Okay, so here we are with the XV-02 Pro chassis kit. Kind of interesting box art. It does give the kind of the mechanical drawing of the car, not an actual picture of the car. The end plate looks like this. This is the end plate that goes in this end of the box here. Again, another kind of different mechanical drawing of the car. Tune-up parts that are included. Separately required items, radio controls unit, motor, body, battery source. And then a QR code that goes to who knows where. Maybe Tamiya.com. Okay. Okay, so let's get inside the box. Oh, let's get some outside look real quick. So here's the kind of the doors I was talking about that kind of flip open. Get the battery in. Gear differentials. Chassis cover. This does come with a plastic chassis cover that kind of goes over everything to kind of keep all the dirt out. Yeah, okay, let's get inside. Okay. There's a quick look. I'm going to get the box out of the way and start taking things out individually so we can see what's inside the box. Let's do it. Okay, the first thing we're going to have are the tires. These are the standard rally block tires. They actually feel a little softer than these feel a little softer. The older rally block tires were really hard, so these may be the softer compound ones. It's hard to tell, but I think these are. And then the foam inserts for them. Okay, we're just going to pop all these bags open. So we got a single, looks like the pair here, wheel hexes, covers for the battery holder, a whole bunch of different shims. Looks like a diff cover, maybe the shock tower mount, perhaps. Next bag is the exact same thing. There's two bags of this. So obviously a lot of the parts front and rear are the same. Yeah, same things. Okay. We're not going to open this one. It's got the body mounts, body mount supports, and then looks like the front bumper here, maybe the rear bottom plate. The shock towers, let's open this one up. Take a look at these shock towers. So front rear shock tower, rear front gear cover. Nice. Looks like the spur gear adapter, some other mounting bits, and hinge pin mounts, arm mounts. The rally wheels, those look so good. Those really look cool. I love those. Nice looking wheels. And then the chassis to this bad boy. So this is quite the molded piece here. Looks like the diffs will assemble from this direction. Then these gear covers, where'd they go? And the gear covers will kind of go on there like that. Center diff goes there. The battery may be on that side. So yeah, interesting piece of plastic right there. Kind of cool. All right, so we are on to some of the parts now, some of the smaller parts. What's interesting, oh yeah, it does. Let's say what's interesting, this doesn't have like A, B, C, D bags, but it does. This is just more parts here, individual. So just more parts here. We have rear hubs, front steering pieces, shock parts. These look like the standard Tamiya shock trees, pistons, spring retainer, preload spacers, which you won't use the preload spacers because this has aluminum threaded body shocks, steering arms, suspension arms. Let's get those out and look at those real quick. All right, so each tree has what looks like a front and rear suspension arm, droop screw settings, anti-roll bar settings, 3 and 2 shock mounting locations. Nice pieces. This is going to be one of the differentials. Actually, oh yeah, so this is I think the center diff. Piece goes on there like that. You got your internal sun gear, and then your spur gear, which looks like it actually has like a 2, 4, 6, like octagonal. This was already set up for the slipper clutch. There's that. Another diff, so you got front and rear, possibly in center. I guess. 3 diffs. Steering components, servo saver, and then internal diff gears. You got your sun gear, your cross piece, your small satellite gears. All right, your black antenna tube. I like the black one better than the clear one. And your chassis cover. Cut it out there. You could probably paint it to match your paint scheme perhaps, instead of just being clear. Okay, then we have all of the parts bags. Hardware bags. Okay, we'll start off with the front bumper. Oh, look at that. Whoa, center parts come out. Interesting. Tool bag. It's got the turnbuckle wrench, another Tamiya tool, L wrenches, and your grease, your poly grease. Okay, the A bag. This could be your diff fluid. It looks a little light for diff fluid, but apparently it is diff fluid. So you may want to get some of your own diff fluid. I'm not sure what I'm putting in this yet, but this looks a little light. You have your diff parts, your gaskets, O-rings, cross pins, shims, mounting hardware, some turnbuckles in there, rod ends, blue mounts, not sure what those are for, maybe steering, and some additional mounting hardware. Bearings. This does come with bearings. Look at that. Rejoice! And outdrives for the diffs. And then shims. 0.1 shims. Probably for assembling the diff. Okay. Bag B. Front and rear blue aluminum drive shafts. That's quality right there, man. Those are good looking. Motor mount. It's a nice piece. Foam padding, probably to take up some of the gaps when mounting the covers. Yeah, help keep the dirt out. Tighter seal. Bearings. More out drives. These are probably for the center drive shafts. Motor gasket. Mounting hardware, hinge pins, and your pinion. Rod ends, foam sheet. It's usually used to kind of help pad the battery where the battery is. This might be used for that. CBAs. Bearings, mounting hardware, hinge pins, some spacers, and then more mounting hardware. And turnbuckles. I see turnbuckles in there too. All right. On to the D-bag. Can I not cut it open? This is the shocks. So there's just shock fluid. It's soft. Gold spring, same spring all the way around. Nice looking shocks. Yeah, really nice looking set of shocks. This is a welcome addition right here. Right here, the shocks. The shocks alone are worth it. Your shock building all the O-rings and the shock O-rings and your bladders. Shock shafts, pistons, and all of the kind of mounting slash additional plastic to build the shocks. Okay, final bag, the E-bag. Okay, some monstrous piece of foam. Jesus, look at this thing. That is a big piece of foam. Double-sided tape. Oh, very nice. So this is Velcro, double-sided Velcro. This is probably what's going to go along the side of the chassis here to keep the cover, that plastic cover on. Makes it easy to get on and off. Black zip ties, servo saver parts, O-ring, bearings, mounting hardware, blue wheel nuts. Nice. More mounting hardware, blue spacer. Looks like maybe the steering link. More rod ends, body clips, some other additional hardware in there. Okay, the final piece of the puzzle. We have this paperwork, XV-02 sticker sheet, the XV-02 Pro chassis kit. This is showing you how to do the battery. Looks like the battery bumpers and the plastic cover. How to assemble it all. It's a nice addition. It's going to really do a good job of keeping a lot of the dirt out of the inside of the chassis that even when you did it correctly, you still had some dirt issues with the XV-01, so this will really definitely help out. And then the Rally Ready instruction manual. So there it is with the plastic cover on there. You probably want to paint that. Maybe like paint these black, maybe do this body color or something. Yeah, so you can, I don't know if you can kind of see it. You can kind of see the foam around the gap there. There's the steering arm, the foam around there to help keep the dirt out. Electronics you're going to need, tools you're going to need, assembling the diffs, center diff, shock towers, suspension, shocks, and shocks, electronics install, body mounts, wheels and tires and bumper, chassis protector, and then probably back here is going to be some tuning, setup stuff. Oh, look at that. So it kind of gives you a gear chart, how to change the drive ratios, center differential build. Oh, pills, very nice. So these pills allow you to adjust the suspension settings, toe, skid angle, that type of stuff. So these are really good to have on here. And then all your parts, and parts. There we go. All right, so there you go. Everything that comes in the XV-02 Pro chassis kit. Now this car does not come with a body, which opens up a lot of different options for you as far as bodies go. There's the Subarus, which always look really good. The Yaris, which looks amazing, but I'm gonna go with the Lancia Delta. I just like how there's very little overhang on the front and rear of the car, which doesn't get caught when you're going down or up jumps. And it's just a well-handling car. Plus, I kind of like the livery on it. So stay tuned, because we're gonna do a full build on this car. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon to be notified of future videos. And everybody, thanks for watching. We'll see you at the rally course.